If you've ever had this feeling that something was terribly wrong with the world that we live in, but you couldn't figure out just what it was, then you've come to the right place. Secret societies, mystery religions, and the Illuminati have been controlling our reality since the beginning of time. But not anymore, because there is an awakening happening, and you are about to become a part of it. Wake up, because this is a call for an uprising.
This is a call for an uprising. Welcome to today's show. Do you need more proof that all of this is planned? How about all of them reading off the same script? You don't just come up with marketing campaigns where everybody's saying the same things. You know those trigger words, one and together, as in a one world order?
We stand as one world.
We all have to act as one.
As one.
As one.
As one.
But that we also stand together as one. So join us. We'll stand with you. We'll fight together. We'll win. We're one world.
You say we, that if we don't look at this as one world fighting this together.
And we'll get through this. Together.
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 For all our differences, we are one human race, and we are stronger together.
We work together across borders and disciplines because we are one world, united in our humanity. We are all in this together.
We are in this together. Be well, stay well.
We are in this together.
We are in this together.
We are all in this together.
We're all in this together. Once we see there's a chance that we have, and we take it together, together. Come on, let's do, come on, let's do, come on, let's do this right. All in this together. Once we know that we are, we're all stars, and we see that we're all in this together.
Every university, every company, every celebrity, all these people who meet in secret at Bohemian Grove and these other secret societies that get together and pass the orders down, just like I showed you with the scripts, right? How they all read off the same script. This is no different, which is just enough proof to show people that this is planned. What do you think? All of a sudden, all these people, all these companies have the same marketing campaign, all these celebrities suddenly are talking about being together as one? What does that have to do with anything? Even if there was a real outbreak, we're all together as one. These are things I've been talking about on my channel since I started it. And in the beginning, people were calling me crazy because I was constantly talking about how they're using the word love and togetherness to mislead everyone into this. And people just said, well, that's because you're hateful, because I could hear it in your voice. You don't sound Christian-like, you're angry. Right? Because they believe that everything in this world we're supposed to love and we're supposed to be of this world. That's what they've convinced people. They've even convinced Christians of it, even though the Bible speaks against it. This has always been about one thing: uniting everyone in a one world order, a one world government, a one world religion, and you even see the one gender going on with the goat nonsense and the stripping society of genders, and people continue to fall for this crap. They continue to believe that this is about, being kind and gentle and not judging anyone and not being hateful and being tolerant and accepting of all. And everyone accepts it, even Christians, because Christians see what they want to see and hear what they want to hear when it comes to certain scripture. And they say, well, Jesus is about love. So that means that I need to be accepting and tolerant of my son if he comes out of the closet. That's not how it works. But they've preached so much tolerance and togetherness that everybody's become a cupcake in our society. Everybody's become so soft, they can't have confrontation. They can't stand the sound of someone like me, my voice, because I raise my voice, because there's anger and passion behind it. Because most of these people don't even know what passion is. They're so passive, okay? But what we have here with this whole pandemic is the uniting of a nation. Remember I talked about this And not just one nation, all nations. I talked about this with the Ronald Reagan quote when Reagan was talking about how we need to unite all nations as one, and maybe we need some type of outside force. And we've all been talking about how they've continued to try to plan this fake alien Project Bluebeam stuff, convincing people that aliens are real through social engineering with these movies over and over and over about stupid green things coming down from Mars or Uranus. And people are like, yeah, aliens are real. Which is scary because more people believe aliens are real than actually believe that God is real. Which is scary, very scary. Demons exist, not aliens. That's another story for another day. But Reagan's quote about that even applies to something like an outbreak, because everybody in the world is affected by the outbreak, so now they can unite us all together as one.
In our obsession with antagonisms of the moment, we often forget how much unites all the members of humanity. Perhaps we need some outside universal threat to make us recognize this common bound. I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world. And yet, I ask you, is not an alien force already among us? What could be more alien to the universal aspirations of our peoples than war and the threat of war?
And this all goes back to, and I'll say it again for people who missed the videos or didn't want to listen, this is about the Tower of Babel, Genesis chapter 11, verses 1 through 9. Now the whole earth had one language and one speech, and it came to pass as they journeyed from the east, and they found a plain in the land of Shinar. Excuse me if I'm mispronouncing. And they dwelt there. Then they said to one another, come, let us make bricks and bake them thoroughly. They had brick for stone, and they had asphalt for mortar, and they said, come, let us build ourselves a city, and a tower whose top is in the heavens. Let us make a name for ourselves, lest we be scattered abroad over the face of the whole earth. And then as it continues on, but the Lord came down to see the city and the tower which the sons of men had built, and the Lord said, indeed, the people are one, and they all have one language, and this is what they begin to do. Now nothing that they propose to do will be withheld from them. Come, let us go down there and confuse their language, and they may not understand one another's speech. So the Lord scattered them abroad from there over the face of all the earth, and they ceased building the city. Therefore it is named Babel, because the Lord confused the language of all the earth, and from there the Lord scattered them abroad over the face of all the earth. This is what they were doing. They were building the Tower of Babel. They were literally trying to reach the heavens with the tower, making a name for themselves. Remember, these people were beginning to believe that they were gods. They wanted to overthrow God. God scattered the language and scattered the nations. That's why it is the way it is today, despite whatever atheists will tell you. Right? What is he talking about? That's exactly why. The Bible answers every question known to man and explains everything in our world and why it is like this. Because it's God's word. So this is what they were doing then. This is what they're trying to recreate. And all of this is under one God worship, and that is Lucifer, their God. And they're going to bring in the Antichrist filled with love and togetherness. They're going to hold their heart symbols up, and the nations are going to be deceived, and they're going to fall for it. And they're going to get little pats on the back from Big Brother. Ooh, okay, we'll give you this and give you that. Just be on board. Okay, I'll be on board. Look at all the stuff that's going on. Can't you see that that's what they're trying to do? One, together, together, together. They've been conditioning us with songs about one, forever. One world government talk, forever. The Pope, the Vatican, talking about one religion. Pretty much saying that, oh, well, you can mix Jesus and Buddha and everybody together. No, you can't. There's only one way to our Father, and that's through Christ. That's it. There's no way around it. There's no loophole. And the only thing they're going to do is deceive the masses. And that's what they're doing right now. So you think this campaign of this together crap just popped up in thin air? Oprah get on the phone and say, hey, let's This company called One, who put together the One Together campaign, garbage. And they all use the same verbiage. And then you hear all these people with the same verbiage, right? I'd like to thank our social workers and the people on the front lines and the doctors and the physicians. What, they got the script in their lap? They're engineering everyone out there. That's all they do is use repetition, the basic form of mind control. And they've been doing it forever now. And I don't mean forever as in the years zero. I mean, since the advent of the television and the newspapers, they've been using mind control to deceive the masses. Now more than ever, it is rampant. And this is just another case of them uniting people who aren't even divided. They're the ones who divide the human race so they could unite the human race through the Antichrist who comes to bring peace to the world when there is peace already. The only ones causing chaos was them from the get-go. They're creating the fake wars, the fake outbreaks, the fake pandemics. They're the ones creating race wars and dividing us against each other, men versus women, etc., etc., etc. Dividing the home, taking women out of the home so the children are raised by the institution. This is the stuff that they've done to get to this point, to complete this one world government. Don't forget that. When they hear New World Order, it's one world order. And they've been pushing one on us over and over and over again. And this is not by coincidence. This has all been planned.
You said one love, one life, one love, one heart. One more time before the field fade. I'm not the one, but you're the only one. Make me feel like this. I'm not the one, but you're the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will live as one.
Creo en Dios.
Creo en Jesucristo.
Creo en Dios.
Dios de diversa manera, en esta multitud, en esa que tenemos para todos. Todos somos hijos de Dios.
Creo en el amor.
Creo en el amor. En el amor.
Creo en el amor.
We have before us the opportunity to forge for ourselves and for future generations a new world order, a world where the rule of law, not the law of the jungle, governs the conduct of nations. When we are successful, and we will be.
In this period, when really a new world order can be created, it's a great opportunity. It isn't just a crisis. There's a need for a new world order, but it has different characteristics in different parts of the world.
The affirmative task we have now is to actually create a new world order, because the global order is changing again. And the institutions and the rules that worked so well in the post-World War II era for decades, they need to be strengthened.
The way we're going to win over the long term is not just militarily. We've got to win over hearts and minds. And what that means is we've got to invest in countries that have no educational infrastructure and have no means for young people to get ahead. We've got to give them a stake in creating the kind of world order that I think all of us would like to see.
I hope someday